They're lights. I can't explain the lights. Where are they from? Don't know. But I need more data points to put together for myself before I can postulate on what I think it is.
The part that I really enjoy about it is the unbroken mythology around this phenomenon in this area.
It's not the crazy kind of green men thing that a lot of people think of as UFOs.
Everything is light. And this is just one particular manifestation of it that we don't seem to understand.
Something's happening out there in the world, here and everywhere, for generations, decades, millennia. Now it's a case of pinpointing it.
The blue lights from Hawaii, the red lights from Juaica, the two mythical lovers, they unite. And when they unite, a great glowing golden ball is reported.
Boom! La Pena de Juaica!
Less than an hour's drive north of Colombia's capital city, Bogotá. For over 400 years, the two hilltops, La Pena de Juaica and El Mahoy, have been associated with a range of bizarre visual phenomena. To begin our investigation, we ventured through the Sacred Valley to meet a journalist, filmmaker, and Colombia's #1 phenomenologist.
Vinnie.
Vinnie.
No entiendo nada, pero sí.
Hola. Dan. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Meet you, Dan.
Dan. Dan y Vinnie. Y yo soy Natalia.
Natalia, mucho gusto.
Yo soy Ashley.
Mucho gusto.
Me gusta
¿Cómo
tu
le va?
película,
¿Qué
señor.
cuenta? Cordial saludo. Mucho gusto.
Good to meet you.
¿Qué tal? Ana, Julio. Okay.
Walter. Nice to meet you.
Could we start by asking how long he's been studying UFOs and the phenomenon?
Desde 1978.
So he started in 1978. He's also a journalist, so it's part of his journalist investigation and his work.
Excellent. And could you ask him how long he's been studying the phenomenon specifically here in the valley around Tabio and Tenno?
En Tabio, 90, 2000, 2010, 30 años.
30 years around.
And could you ask him to please give us some examples of what he's seen and what has been reported to him in this area?
Las fotos y los videos pueden ser trucados.
In reports, he doesn't care about image or videos. He's more about the witness and what the people's experience. Is that he was going through Chia to Tenjo, and it was in the mountain, and when he saw like a fireball going through the trees and the farms.
Can we ask what color the fireball was?
¿Quieren saber qué color era la bola de fuego?
Fuego.
Like fire.
Puro fuego.
Fire.
Echaba llamas. Pero no era un asteroide, porque tenía voluntad propia.
He said that it's not like an asteroid because it has like kind of intelligence to move.
Yo y mi hermano sentimos que nos habían identificado. Sí.
So he was with his brother, and when the fireball identified that they were looking at it, it disappeared. Wow. And they feel that the ball was knowledge them.
Sure.
It was aware of them.
Yeah, aware.
Fue un pensamiento de, uy, nos descubrieron. Y la sensación nuestra El pensamiento común con mi hermana fue, nos vieron.
So they were 400 meters apart, and the feeling that they felt was like happiness. And also the thoughts that they have in common is that they both, like, they saw us. Like,
Okay. So the lights weren't 400 meters apart. They were 400 meters from the light.
the ball.
Okay. What were your sensations? Tingling, goosebumps, and also, did you smell anything?
Ahí fue sorpresa, alegría.
He thinks that they are related, all are related, because all of it goes from portals around the valley. And when the people experience, if it's metal or light, they feel like the same physical experience, which is shivering and
Euphoria?
Tingling.
shivering, and
Static as well.
yeah, like static energy, maybe in the hair.
And could you ask him about any other objects and different shapes that he may have seen or heard about from other people?
Y al salir aquí, se disuelve.
In Mohoy, it's like a metallic sausage without any windows or any lights, and he saw it go inside of the mountain and then go back and dissolve. So this is what really impacted, because he saw it. It's like a personal experience.
Do the objects go from Mohoy to Juaica more often than Juaica to Mohoy? I mean, what is the predominant direction they go?
So all over the valley, it's not like Mohoy or Juaica.
Okay.
It's the whole mountain.
Throughout the world, there are these phenomena that people cannot explain. And it could very well be electrical, magnetic, it could be geological, but it also could be something else.
Confirming it has been done over hundreds of years, thousands of years, we're really here to kind of help narrow in, gather some of the testimony, and figure out if we can shed more light on what's here.
I don't think you can rule out extraterrestrial. I don't think you can rule out interdimensional, and perhaps it's just part of our world that's been here that we haven't just fully explored properly.
You could go back to the ancient times when they saw the lights before we had any of this technology. What were those?
I believe there's a genuine phenomenon here from what I've seen so far and what I've heard.
Que aquí se habla mucho de entidades que tienen manifestaciones distintas.
He thinks that it's super difficult to know what they are or why they're here, because it's really since old times. But they have different types of objects. Yeah. One is like a circle light, a spotlight with a tail.
Okay.
So they go from one to a bunch, and they go like really quick, and the camera can register that. ¿Y qué más?
Hay otros objetos.
Ball of light, they go through mountain to mountain and around the valley, and these objects dissolve in the mountain, like go into the mountain. These legends are being here before the conquest.
Yeah.
Like really long time ago.
Okay. A former Air Force captain witnessed something above her farm in this valley last year. Are you able to tell us about that story?
Una capitana de la Fuerza Aérea.
Ella es miembro de la Fuerza Aérea Colombiana, capitana.
It was like a kind of star, like bright oval-shaped object that it was traveling around her farm and through the valley and coming back. And it was so impact for her, and that she doesn't care that she was like part of the military.
Sure.
organization, and she talked about it because it was something that she was in like shock about it.
I've seen hundreds of tic-tacs on my films.
Every drone can be programmed to have certain lights on at certain times, flash in whatever sequence. We've got to be very careful with all that.
What struck me about the lady here that saw the Tic Tac was she actually had to, in her view, risk her reputation by going public about it. That's a very, very powerful response, I think, from a credentialed person.
Light flies over Juaica, I can throw Juaica into focus, a plane above it will appear like a tic-tac. They take Juaica out of focus, the plane pops into focus. So I think in a huge part, tic-tacs are out of focus aircraft.
Do you have a view on the relationship between the objects, the crafts that are metal, and then the light and the energy and the myths? Do you think there's a connection or a relationship between those?
Okay.
Cuando los conquistadores llegan a este valle,
When the Spaniards arrived here, they saw lights.
Okay.
And they baptized this valley as the Dancing Light Valley.
Juaica, por lo que yo he averiguado con testimonios, es un portal
Juaica is a portal.
que no se olvidó y
It's another goddess that is forgotten in time, and it's just like oral record.
Sure.
And this goddess had like a lot of connotation with UFOs.
en lo de 1988 naves físicas, ¿sí?
So the first waves of the people experience were objects, like really objects, like crafts.
Notarse las luces y con ellas los tabacos, ¿sí?
Los tabacos es como unos tic-tacs,
Cigar.
cigars. Sí.
Tic-tac, yeah.
So it is waves. In the 80s and 90s were more like objects, metallic objects. But since then, through this period of time until now, the reports are lights. Yeah, like a light that is around and it's blue.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you so much for giving
Oh,
us your time
ustedes,
today.
muy
We
amables.
really appreciate it.
Muchas gracias por darnos tu tiempo.
Kansas es no. ¿Dónde? Kentucky?
Kentucky, Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Nebraska. Take about 50 pictures, all different angles, at about, said, 50 centimeters away or something like that.
Okay. You're taking stereoscopic images to produce a 3D image of the figurine.
Yeah.
Lourdes Chapel.
Exactly, and it was built and dedicated to the Marian apparition when those two children saw the Virgin Mary appear as a light phenomenon.
Whereas it strikes me very differently now to see this monument made essentially to an apparition, to the hologram, to the ovni.
And there's the ovni and the Virgin, or the angel, the holy angel. See it floating down from the UFO? She's pointing at the UFO. Lydia, your champion. Just you breathe and take it easy.
Your breaths, and here we go.
Look at that. 74 years old and going like a Andean pack mule up that hill.
So we created the flight plan earlier this morning.
Yep.
So now all we're doing, we're connected from phone to the drone controller to the drone. Drone is on. We have a checklist that's ready to go. So come over here. We have a snapshot of what it's actually imaging there.
Oh, cool. So we can change it. So this is the view from the drone then?
There you go.
There it is.
I think we have it on 3D, kind of to make good 3D maps if you can, if the terrain's good enough. What it'll do whenever it's finished doing the grid, it'll go around the perimeter and go probably 45 degrees or point to the center of this.
Oh, I see.
To get stuff to angles. Yeah. So the images are geo-referenced. So when we get back to the house down there, we'll put all the images into a program and it'll line them all up and it'll make an orthophoto, which is a geometrically correct picture of this church and the surrounding area that we've collected imagery on.
Local traditions maintain that in 1608 the Bishop of Tabio baptized La Pena de Juaica as El Cerro de Luz Danzantes, the hill of the dancing lights. However, long before the 16th century arrival of the Spanish conquistadors, the Muiscas of the Tenjo and Tabio Valley believed the flashing light at the top of La Pena de Juaica was La Puerta de los Dioses, the door of the gods, through which the sun god Bochica and his now familiar wife Chia came from a place forgotten by time. Over the centuries, the mystery lights have gone by many names: dancing lights, spirit lights, horsemen of light, the charm, the enchantment, the Mohan and the Mohana. But over the last 50 years, the lights have most often been reported as unidentified flying objects, UFOs. We know only that the lights are airborne and that their origins are currently unknown, and that's why our team approached this mystery from the perspective of unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAP.
The awareness of the phenomena, whether it's intelligent or not, is a massive point of contention.
I don't want people to think I don't care, but I'm not going to just go into it blindly and say, yeah, I guess you're right, because I do care.
I lean towards finding the explanation outside of the universe.
Carl Jung's tract on ufology, and he talks about the way that myths perpetuate themselves. So it may not be that we're seeing the same things. It may be that we've heard things and it fulfills itself.
And you're convinced that this is not a delusion, an illusion, a misinterpretation, or a want for something greater?
No, I'm a believer. I'm all in.
I just want to know where the lights are so I can find the treasure. Sorry, Ashley. That's what it is, brother.